Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the ultimate daily driver here, a 2012 Lexus CT200h, and we're going to do a exterior walk around. We're going to talk about the powertrain and the MPG and the specs, and then we're going to hit the interior, and then we're going to take it for a drive. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a quick exterior walk around of this cool Lexus. So up front you have this signature kind of Lexus grille pattern. Now this is a 2012, and nowadays all the Lexuses have this like kind of big bow tie with a big bottom. So this is kind of just like the top part, but it comes down to this more aggressive front fascia. It's pretty sporty looking. You got this cool headlights. You have this kind of blue surround to show that it's a hybrid on the Lexus badge. That's common on all the Toyota products. You've got alloy wheels. I'm pretty sure these are 17s. Yeah, they are 17s right there. And then you also, on the Lexus, you get wheel locks. Pretty cool. So people don't yoink your wheels. Yeah, down the side you get this small hybrid badge. This one is this kind of metallic bluey gray. Looks pretty good. You get this black window trim. This one's not super clean right now, by the way, so that's one thing. Small antenna on the top. You have a sunroof. You can see up top. The car is very low. I would say, I don't know, it's probably maybe 4.5 feet tall. It's not very tall. Around back, you have this CT200h in blue to show that it's a hybrid, the H for hybrid, and you get the blue Lexus badge, and you get this rear surround. My sister just got this car, that's why there's no plate on it. And same thing on the side. Overall, it's a really good, show the side profile, Cameron. Just kind of back up. It looks like a nice little hatchback, and I think it's a really good looking car. So we're going to talk about the powertrain and what the underpinnings of the car next. Okay guys, let's talk about the powertrain. So this is a Lexus model, and as you guys know, Lexus is Toyota's premium brand. So you may think that they share parts, and basically, well, if you look under the hood of a Prius, you will notice that this looks almost the exact same, because this is actually a Prius powertrain. This is a 1.8 liter natural aspirated 4-cylinder, and that's coupled with the Toyota Synergy hybrid drive system. It says Lexus hybrid drive, and you can see this is like the hybrid battery. This is like part of the hybrid system, all these orange cables and stuff. And that makes 134 horsepower collectively between the motor and the hybrid battery. So I'm not sure. I believe this can drive on EV only. I'm not sure the range. I believe it's pretty short. I'm sorry, I don't know that right now. But this thing, I'm going to talk about the MPG real quick. This is why you buy the car, because this thing is an amazing commuter MPG wise. In eco mode, we've gotten as high as 49 MPG driving around the city pretty slowly. On the highway, go into normal mode to merge onto the highway, get onto the highway, and then pop it into eco, and I was able to consistently sit at like 46.5 going real highway speeds. I'm talking about 70 miles an hour, not 60. So this thing gets awesome MPG, and that's really why you buy it. So but if you're looking at it and think it's a sporty, it's not. You may think, oh, it's a hot hatch, but it's a Prius underneath, so it doesn't have a ton of get up and go, but it is pretty cool powertrain, and you're going to get amazing MPG out of it. Sadly, you don't get hood struts, kind of odd, but that's because it shares the underpinnings with a Prius, and it's all pretty clean under here. I like the way it looks, and then you just pop it down like a normal hood. You don't have to click the thing twice like a BMW to pop the hood, just once under the footwell. And we're going to hop in the interior next. Okay guys, we're going to show the interior, and right now I'm going to show you a function of this car. It's the keyless entry. So right there, it just unlocked. I didn't do anything, it was locked, and just like that, the keyless entry works. So what that does is basically it senses the proximity of the key, so when you walk up and the car is locked, if you have the smart key with you, then it just automatically unlocks. Super cool feature, and we're going to hop in the interior right now. Okay guys, we're hopping in the interior. Real quick, I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like on the door panel. This driver's side door panel is actually different than the passenger one. The passenger one has this cool grab handle. You can point to it, camera. Yeah, right there. This one doesn't, but you get the window switches and everything. This touch surface is very nice, very soft leather. This is nice. It's overall pretty nice. This is a 2012, so not brand new. But you can see the seats. It has this cool kind of, I don't know, plasticky fake leather like insert thing. Looks kind of like gator skin or something, but they're really nice soft seats. So you get in and you're greeted with these cool Lexus CT floor mats. This one's dirty, but you get in. Cameron, I'll give the camera to you. And you guys can see that if you drive a Prius, you would recognize this interior. This whole kind of dash structure and center console thing, I'm pretty sure this is the same as like Prius. Kind of. Like this one says Lexus, and you get different knobs and things, and this shifter is a little different, but same exact spot as a Prius. You have your on-off button, the power button here. And there are lots of buttons, I will say, in the interior. All your HVAC controls right now are here, which is pretty nice that they're all centrally located and separate from everything. Pretty nice. This, you don't get a screen or anything, even though it's a 2012. It's just old enough. And Lexus products are usually a little bit behind on the tech compared to like the European competitors. But this is an entry-level luxury car, so you get a CD player and you've got your standard radio. But you can hook up an aux cord. You can see in here it says USB aux. And you've got your USB and your aux. Pretty nice that they're like hidden away. It makes the interior nice and clean. And you also have a 12-volt, like cigarette style lighter charging port. You also have this little thing. I like putting my phone here, and then I like putting the key right here. It's a good spot for the key. I thought it was this, but it's maybe it is. It's just really small, and we put it there, and it's weird. So features in here that kind of stand out over normal cars. You get heated seats, both passenger and driver. Pretty nice. You have all these like 8 settings or 7 settings, a bunch of extra heat settings you don't really need. This is your park button, by the way, so it's kind of weird. You put it in park, you do that. You also have the EV mode that you click. I'm pretty sure this puts it in the EV only mode, but you have to like drive for a while, pretty conservatively, like charge the battery slowly. And then this is kind of a button you're going to be using a lot. This is the eco mode, normal, and sport mode button. So driving around town, you can keep it in eco and whatnot, but getting onto the freeway, this thing is extremely slow, I will say, in eco. So you're going to want to put it in normal or sport. And the sport, I'm going to actually turn the thing on right now, real quick. And so, have the radio on. When you have it in eco mode, it shows eco mode on the dash, you can see. And then when I click normal, it goes away. And then when I go to sport mode, it gives you a tack. So that's pretty interesting. But in the other modes, it shows you like this charge, eco, and power graph thing. So yeah, kind of gimmicky. But you also have your MPG thing that you can change over here. I'm going to click it. Oh, hold on, camera. I'm going to click through. You can show just a big number. You can show your range. You've got all these cool statistics. So kind of cool that you can customize the dash. There's like the synergy system showing you, and it shows little arrows when you're driving. It's kind of gimmicky, but yeah, you got a speedometer that goes up to 140. You got your fuel gauge, no temp gauge, just a warning light, I'm assuming. And you do have electric mirrors over here. You got left and right in the controls. That works well. You have your full power windows all the way around, in the rear seats as well. And then you got your dimmer and stuff. And then you also have, I'm not actually sure what that is. But then your gas cap thing, and then over here, I'll give this back to Cameron real quick, go over the last couple things. You also have some steering wheel buttons, so this is the display button I was using. And then this is your mode, your audio mode, so this will go through like FM, AM, CD on your radio and stuff. And then I'm going to turn down the AC, works good. And then you got some volume controls, and then I think this will tune on the radio, and then if you have like CD, you can switch between tracks. Pretty nice. And then this, I think, is for hooking up your phone. I haven't done that yet, but looks like you can hook up your phone and answer and hang up phone calls on there. Standard, this is all your wiper stocks over here, your turn signals and lights over here. It looks a little complicated. You can figure it out pretty easy, like a lot of cars. And then you're down here, you have a cruise control stock, so you click this little button on the end to turn it on and off, and then you like twist it, I think, or up, you like push it up or down to increase your speed or lower the speed. So yeah, pretty awesome interior, I think. This is also a storage cubby. This one does not close, it doesn't lack, but there's also another 12-volt thing. I don't know if you can see it, my finger's in the way, but yeah, you can see there's another little 12-volt up there. You got a standard rearview mirror, no camera thing. You've got with a mirror on the driver's side and the light, pretty cool. And then the passenger one works as well. And then you also have this sunroof, which does work. I'm going to show you guys. Makes a little noise, but that's as far as it goes back. It's not a super big sunroof, but pretty nice that a little car like this has sunroof. And then in here, the final part of the interior here, 2 very deep cup holders. I like that. Don't have to worry about stuff like sloshing around, and we put the CDs here, and then a nice little center console that feels very nice, and the armrest is super soft. All the touch points, I will say, in this car are really nice, and you have the like gauge cluster cover, all like trimmed in leather. This is not leather, this is like fake rubber vinyl stuff, but this is really nice. The steering wheel is really nice, I would say. For an entry-level luxury car, this is definitely a really solid interior, especially for 2012. And
how is it for a tall person?
Headroom is good. You guys can see 6'2" in here. The seat, I don't think is all the way back. Oh, okay, it is actually. The seat's all the way back, but it's right where I want it, I guess. So if you're over 6'2", you're probably not going to want to do long trips in this. But the seat is fully adjustable, electronic, both passenger and driver seat. So yeah, pretty cool. And then you click the,
The passenger seat's not electric.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of odd. I didn't know that. I figured it was. But yeah, you just click the power button off, and we'll hop in the back seat real quick, and then we're going to take it for a drive. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop in the back seat real quick. So this is sitting behind Cameron in a comfortable position. The seat's pretty far back. The door is really small. Yeah, legroom. Okay, if if Cameron actually moved this up a little bit, like I would say if you're like under 5'9" and you want to sit a passenger behind you, you probably can. Headroom though, my head does not touch the ceiling at all. There's good headroom for tall people. It is a bit small back here. The seats are nice though, comfy. Oh yeah, I mentioned there's speakers in the back obviously, but I didn't mention that the the sound system is actually quite good. It has no branding. It doesn't say Bose or anything, but it does bump pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna take it for a drive, or I'll show the back real quick actually, because you probably want to see the rear trunk or hatch space. You get this nice cargo cover that you go like that, and like just like that. My sister's got some stuff back here. There's plenty of room. You get this Lexus branded floor mat, pretty cool. And then there is stuff, I'm assuming the spare tire and jack and whatever down there. So yeah, pretty decent rear space. Not a ton of space, not like a CV or anything, or like a wagon style. This is like a typical compact hatchback style, probably similar to the Corolla and obviously the Prius because it's based on the Prius. So yeah, we're gonna take it for the drive next. Okay guys, we're gonna power up the Lexus here. When you turn it on, it doesn't make any noise. I'm gonna turn off the foot brake. The parking brake, it's down one of those foot pedals down there. You can't really see it, whatever. I'm gonna switch in my little thing. There's the engine just turned on because we were sitting here. I'm gonna switch to MPG, and we're gonna get going. So this is how you put it into neutral, and then you put it into drive. And when you put it in neutral, it immediately takes it out of park. Kind of an odd feature, kind of nice though. And you take off, and we are in eco mode right now, which means that it is very quiet. The car is always quiet, in fact, even when you put it in sport mode and rev it out. I think it only revs to like 5.5 grand red line. Pretty low revving. Doesn't make a whole lot of power, like I said. Let me scoot the seat back now that I scooted it up. Turning radius, very good. I was turning around in that parking lot, and it was literally like turning in on itself more and more. It was very, very tight. The wheel is very comfortable. Oh, what am I doing? I guess we're gonna go through this little parking lot area. But the wheel is very soft and comfortable. Steering, not sporty at all, doesn't really weight up. Definitely isn't totally numb. It has a little bit of weight once you are, putting weight on that outside tire. But eco mode, I'm gonna tell you right now, like I said, do not use it to like get onto the highway. You literally have to like go full throttle. It is very, very slow. So just pop it in normal, like push the center button, and then get on the freeway like that. I would say that's probably the best way. I'm gonna pop out of the neighborhood here. So driving impressions, like I said already, the steering, it's really quiet. Road noise on the highway, I would say it's similar to my Volvo. If you guys watch the Volvo videos, my Volvo XC70, it's pretty close. But the seats are plenty comfortable. They're a little firm up top, but they kind of hug your upper body pretty good. Like shoulder blades kind of pushes in on the shoulder blades, but very comfortable. Headrest, I really like the headrest, better than my Volvo. Overall, it's a very comfortable car to ride in and drive. And the ride is very, very smooth, I would say. Not crazy smooth, not like a Rolls Royce or whatever, but it keeps it very smooth, and it damps well over all the bumps, but it surprisingly keeps it very flat in the corners. You can carry quite a bit of speed in the corner without feeling like it's going to roll over anything, because it is a low car, it's a hatchback. And I'm still in eco mode right there, and I'm like half throttle, and I'm literally going 30 miles an hour. Like, I have to give it quite a bit of gas. So I'm gonna turn out here. Okay guys, we're taking off in sport mode. Here we go. Giving that battery juice. and 60 miles an hour. It's definitely not fast, but it feels pretty quick because it's so small. So it's actually kind of fun to drive. I'm gonna pop it back to normal mode, get rid of the tach. And how would you rate that, Cameron? It took off pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's
It's peppy low in sport mode only, but definitely up top it kind of just like, yeah, it's definitely not a sports car. If you think this thing's a hot hatch by the looks and you're gonna be wowed by its acceleration like a GTI with,
you're gonna have to get an F Sport.
No, those have no more power.
Really?
Yeah, the F Sport is literally just a cosmetic package thing. So yeah, and those are the little bit later ones get the F Sport. You can get an F Sport package. Yeah, it doesn't add power, so don't think that this is going to be like a GTI competitor. Handling wise though, it does handle pretty well just because how small it is. It is really lightweight compared to my like Volvo that has it's like a boat driving around. But yeah, right now we're in normal mode and it accelerates fine. The eco mode and the three modes are visibly different when you drive, but yeah, it takes corners very well. It's quiet. It rides well. Overall, I think this is a really amazing commuter, and that's where this thing shines. This thing will be the ultimate weapon for commuting because you get, well, you don't drive a Prius, number one. People don't go, oh, another Prius. You get a nicer interior than a Prius, and you're still getting awesome MPG. Right now, after hooning it on that pole, we're still getting 46.2, and I'm not even in eco mode right now. Put it into eco mode. Yeah, so this is the ultimate commuter. If you have a kind of town-to-town commute, I would say it's still very fuel efficient on the highway, no doubt. You're not going to get quite as high as if you were hitting the, in-town stuff. Corners very well. Overall, I think it's an awesome car for someone who's looking for something a little nicer than just a standard economy car, but wants that fuel mileage. You can get these a little bit over 15 grand. Typically, is right around. See a lot. This one has 104,000 miles. I think my sister picked it up for like 14 and a half because it had a few little cosmetic things. But yeah, a lot of these you see for like 17, 16, 15, in that range. So they're definitely not super cheap, but I would say worth the money because you're getting super good Toyota reliability and you're getting amazing gas mileage without having to worry about, oh, I need to charge it like an electric car. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys like this Lexus, please leave a comment, leave a like. And I would definitely highly recommend one of these for a daily driver. Not a ton of space for like road trips or whatever, but awesome daily driver and commuter.